I'm sort of enjoying these sort of videos that are without the cards. The point of that message that dropped on my lap today is because a lot of you have ended a period of being in a situation, a chapter, a relationship, a place, a home, a job role, an office space. Take it as it resonates, take it as you will. Where you have now ended that, and you have now outgrown that situation, place, relationship, etc. If you're feeling a bit frustrated, if you're feeling like you're not able to speak, well, you're speaking, but the words are coming out. You're speaking to the people, but the lights aren't actually on. So it's almost like there's communication, but there's no understanding, there's no comprehension. So it's time to leave. Your frequency has risen, your vibration has risen, your energy is brighter, is higher, is more colourful. That's kind of why people are looking at you really strangely. And yes, you are attractive, but it's not just about that. It's about the light that you carry within you. When you have that light that is really bright, it's very difficult for people to understand, to comprehend how you have that. And you're going to get a lot of envious energy, envious darts projected your way. And it's up to you how you're going to block those psychic and psychotic attacks I'm hearing. So some of you are feeling already that you're entering in a dark night of the soul, and the time of this reading is September. The dark night of the soul is when we enter into winter months, and Persephone, the goddess of spring, goes into the underworld to be with Hades, her husband, who is the god of the underworld, and stays there for a while until she comes out for spring. And so I think a lot of you who are chosen ones, who are light activators, who have the golden code within you, now as I say that, there's someone literally outside watching me do this, it's gonna be, it's another test. I know you hate it's like, how many more tests? It's another test to not be triggered so much, to hold your power, to stay in your grace, and to make sure that you're doing everything you can and everything that you need, everything that it takes in order to get to the finish line. And sometimes that finish line is going to get really quiet. It almost feels like God, the universe, your higher self, your higher power goes quiet for a while. And it's going to be very scary. And so I'm saying this with love and support and as a prerequisite, but also as a pre-rehearsal for the big game before you enter into the dark night of the soul. That you can make it softer on yourself. You can be less harsh on yourself. You can be less critical on yourself. Because you are the only one, and you're the one that has the God-given power, the God-Goddess power, in order to complete this mission. There's no one else that can complete it for you. That's why it's going to feel isolating. You can do this. You can do this. I know I've done it. I've done it many, many times, and it feels like crap sometimes. It feels like crap. It's almost like we're walking and we don't really know where we're going. We have an idea, but we don't know where we're going. I'm speaking in lots of metaphors, so bear with me. Sometimes we're speaking to people, and as I said before, it looks like the lights are on, but no one's really home. The information isn't landing on people when you're speaking to them, you're communicating to them, because there's different radio frequencies. You're playing on one radio frequency, and the other one's playing on another radio frequency. Now, this is something I mentioned to a friend of mine, actually, the other day, where I was saying this analogy where there's their radio frequency, which is like just incredible. It's got the most amazing speaker, sound system, etc., etc. And then the people that they're speaking to, their radio frequency is on this sort of busted up speaker radio situation in a back end alley in the middle of nowhere, and the frequency that's coming out of it is so low vibrational, and there's music that's coming out, but it's not quite music because it's disharmonious, and the cats and the dogs and the children are hating the music. And this person is trying to communicate to that other person with the other radio frequency, and there's no correlation. So what I'm saying is that everything is going to feel like it's going to be out of alignment, and it's not out of alignment. Well, it is out of alignment on purpose, but you are aligned. You are aligned. So when you are in alignment, it means that things are going to be sounding a bit more harsh. They're going to feel a bit more jarring. A lot of you are empaths. A lot of you have synesthesia, like myself, where you can hear color, you can smell sound, that kind of thing. And it's going to feel sharp. It's going to feel really sharp and edgy and uncomfortable. But that's got nothing to do with you. It's not your problem. It's the senses that you're feeling as you enter into further alignment and you move away from misalignment energy. And also the other thing is that these sounds, these people, they're going to be more jarring for you and to you as well, because they are seeing and experiencing and feeling and sensing your light, and they're feeling and experiencing and sensing your wisdom, and they're feeling and experiencing and sensing your mission. And a lot of these people, and I want you to really listen to this, a lot of these people have been with you in other incarnations, in other lifetimes, and their mission, very sadly, is to bring you down. It's for you not to complete your mission. Now, your mission could be playing Mozart, and you are on stage and you have your own sinfonia, for example. Like, that's your mission for some of you, for example. You carry a lot of light and you're meant to be on stage. And so these people have been in your environment, in your area. These could be your neighbors, these could be your family members, yes, your friends, your spouse, your romantic relationships, your flings, your exes, whatever it is, not your cats and your dogs, just so you know. But these are people that they actually do want harm for you. They do. I also want to say that even though it's going to feel like it's quite scary, try not to fall into that fear, because the fear is the thing that's going to take you off path. And as I say that, there's a crow. The crow's just arrived. So that's a beautiful message that there is a transformation happening. You are guided. The crows for me and ravens for me are my guides. Hawks and eagles are my guides. Black cats are my guides as well. So when they come in, especially during readings, in live videos, or if I've got a cat close to me, etc., they feel and sense the resonance, and the frequency has changed and it's in alignment with their frequency. And these are animals, these are beings, these are spiritual beings that live between both worlds at the same time. They live between the physical world, which is the 3D world, the 4D world, and they also live in the liminal world, the dream world, the spiritual realm. And also they are carriers of death as well, so they will take you on to the next stage of your life. Now, as we spoke about Persephone, and how Persephone, her husband is Hades, the god of death. Guess what? If you have a lot of Scorpio in your chart, you have no worries or qualms about transformation. Maybe you change your hair every 6 months. Maybe you change the color of your hair every 6 months. Maybe you change your outfits every 6 months. Maybe you move. Maybe you've moved often. That's Scorpio energy. You're not afraid to transform, transmute, change. You are a bedfellow to change, I'm hearing from Spirit. So this is another alchemical change that you're about to experience. So take a deep breath in, breath out. You got this. Stay in the light. Bye for now.